Hi guys, Kelvin here. Welcome to the TheBitsTribe channel. Soundcore is back to the channel with their hybrid ANC headphones going toe-to-toe with bigger brands with improved features and ergonomics. Let's dive into all the features that the Space One can offer to you. So here is the Space One headphones in the flesh. The design is leaning towards the fun and lifestyle genre. And if we look close up at its design side profile right here, you can see the dual-tone nature, the Soundcore logo, and the thin bands going to the top bands right here. Now in terms of physical features, on the left ear cups right here, you have the wearing detection sensor that helps you auto detect whether the headphones is on your head or not. When it's off your head, it auto pause your content. When it's on to your head back, it basically continues to play your media content. On the very bottom of the left ear cups, you have your Type-C charging port and your 3.5mm headphone jack port, your power button, and your ANC control button right here. You can toggle between on, off, or transparency mode. On the right ear cups right here is your typical 3-button media control, your play and pause button, and your volume rocker. Aside from that, now in terms of ergonomics, each earbands right here can extend up to 3.5 cm in length on each side. There's ample amount of cushioning on the top band right here. The ear cups is very plush and firm, much more firm than most brands, which I kind of prefer. It is a balance between firm and softness. Now aside from that, other than the aforementioned extension right here, in terms of ergonomics, there's a two-way swivel mechanism where the ear cups can bend inwards towards your face, and also a 8 degrees floating design right here to tilt up and down to help you conform to your head shape much better. Now aside from that, there's also a folding mechanism right here where you can pack it into your bag without taking much space, and overall is also lightweight. It's weighing about 262 grams. It also comes in several colors, like you're seeing right now is sky blue, jet black, latte cream, and the package also comes included with a few accessories, for example, a Type-A to Type-C charging cable and a similar color-coded cable that matches your headphones for, fashion reasons. Is the male-to-male 3.5mm headphone jack, 3-pole type. Aside from that, it also provides a soft carrying pouch where you can store your Soundcore Space One headphones without damaging the surface area of it. The Soundcore Space One headphones supports Bluetooth 5.3 for connectivity with support for multi-point connection, meaning you can stream up to 2 devices simultaneously at one given time. You can play one media right here, swap to the next, play one media right here. Or let's say if you're playing the media right here, you can also answer the call on the other phone. A very practical feature. So here is the Soundcore app that is very user-friendly. You can actually see this main home screen right here with all the quick actions to do your quick settings on the fly. First is your ambient control. Next is the easy chat function. You can toggle either one or both of them. You can touch to enable or speak to enable. Aside from that, you also can customize the control on the headphones itself, whether it's a single tap to change your noise cancelling. For example, there's a few options right here, as well as double tap, so you can actually do a different function. Like for me personally, I enable the double bass. Now as we go back, you also can choose safe volume listening. So basically you can limit your decibel range. This is good if you have kids who you may not monitor what levels they're listening to. This is how you can cap for them to listen at safe level to not hurt their eardrums. Now the main important bit of all Soundcore apps is their EQ settings. So here is the sound effects. So basically you can have your custom EQ, or you can just go through the library of all Soundcore EQ settings right here. For me personally, I go with the Soundcore signature. That's my preferred. But if you have time, do sit on the in-app test right here to have your customized curve settings right here. So it's about a minute plus or so just going through the test that will give you the proper sound signature that you prefer. It's a high level EQ settings right here. Now aside from that, once more, it's a simple app. For the other settings, you can actually toggle the gear icon on top right here to check all the other settings. On to the microphone test. There is 3 microphones located on the headphones, 2 on the left ear cup and 1 is located on the right ear cup. I'll be using the Moment app right here, recording at the highest audio quality when it comes to bit depth and bit rate. So you get that juicy audio experience. So let's start the test. So, testing 1, 2, 3. Pink fluffy unicorn dancing on rainbow. She sells seashells on the seashore. This is how I sound like for calls, conversation, and generally if I just want to go quick meeting with people online with the headphones right here. I'll leave some of my general feedback about the audio experience as I'm editing it with the subtitles down below, but you can also comment down below in the comments what do you think about the quality of the microphone, and let's jump back into the main review. The soundcore headphones is rated to last up to 55 hours with ANC turned off and 40 hours with ANC turned on. And the charging takes just under 2 hours to be charged from empty to full. Our battery life test is based on the iPhone 13 Pro Max set at the 5th volume mark. With ANC turned on, we got a total of 48 hours and 10 minutes, and with ANC turned off, we got a total of 53 hours and 45 minutes. So Soundcore claims that this headphones right here has about 35 decibel range of noise cancelling, and versus their older Soundcore headphones, there's an improvement in the noise cancelling, not only in the ambient noise of the environment, but the vocal noise coming from the humans from your environment as well. So before I talk about the experience of mine, I will talk about the app once more. So definitely you do need to use the app to adjust the noise cancelling to your needs. Now in the noise cancelling option right here, I enable wind noise reduction because I walk to work every day. I take public transportation, so I'm always outdoor. Aside from that, you can press mode right here. You have two options right here. First is custom noise cancelling. This is your manual mode. You can choose the strength of the ANC from 1 to 5. If you're in a quiet environment like my studio right now with a lot of sound dampening, setting at 1 or 2 is fine. If let's say you are moving around throughout the day and you don't want to adjust the noise cancelling, you can set it at 3. If let's say if you're in a busy Starbucks, that's where you want to toggle 4 or 5. And one thing I noticed, if toggle into the high ANC settings right here, the noise coming from the humans right here is significantly reduced. Hold on, I'll share my experience shortly. But let's say if you're commuting between quiet environment, noisy environment, quiet, semi-noisy, noisy, quiet, you are hectic, you are workaholic throughout the day, you're walking around, commuting around, set in adaptive noise cancelling. The app or the headphones right here will smartly monitor the noise in your background and adjust the strength between 1 to 5 automatically. So talking about my experience now, when it comes to the low or mid frequencies, I would say it's significantly reduced, barely notice it. Now when it comes to the vocal noise of the people around me, about 1 table away or 2 tables away, it is significantly reduced to a point that it won't distract you while you're doing your work on your MacBook. That's guaranteed. Now when it comes to high frequency noises, that's where like kids is crying, babies are crying, birds is chirping, electrical buzzing, or maybe ladies shouting among themselves for discounts in shopping malls. I would say it is reduced significantly as well, like the normal vocals, to a point that it won't distract you while you're doing work on your MacBook. So ANC experience has been amazing and comparable to the likes of like Sony MX5s, the Bosch QCs, and Sennheiser, surprisingly. The Space One headphones uses a pair of 40mm dynamic driver and has a high-res certification when it comes to wired and wireless mode, and supports LDAC codec as well, my preferred choice of codec when it comes to wireless headphones and earbuds. Our test is based on the Xiaomi 13 smartphone with ANC turn on, LDAC turn on, and using the Soundcore signature EQ via the app and listening between 7 to the 8 volume mark to get that juicy audio experience. Now when it comes to the bass or the low frequency, it packs significant amount of energy and it fades smoothly, but I feel the fade is a little bit abruptly ended or too quick for my taste. I prefer it lengthened. That is much more eargasmic to experience. Aside from that, the subtle bass vibration can be felt easily into your eardrums. Overall, the low frequency feels enjoyable, energetic, and there is no distortions. Now, the scoring is down below right here. Now when it comes to the mids or the vocals, I would say it sounds clear, it has good amount of body and warmth to it. It feels clear and lively, but don't have that weird, dreamy, mellow, muddy, muted sound. You don't experience that at all. Clarity is distinct in these headphones right here. The bass is well separated from the mid, so the vocals actually stand out much more in the song, which is my preferred choice of listening. I'm not a bass heavy person. Once more, you can also tune the bass in the EQ. Now, as we go into the highs or the instrumentals, it's a mixture of the clear sounding type and the warm sounding type in one. It feels sharp, it's distinct, energetic, but it feels that it needs a little bit more body to feel solid. Currently, it feels a little bit empty despite it sounding a little bit more sharp in the drivers right here. Now, despite it being sharp, distinct, energetic, I would say that the lows or the bass slightly interferes with the high frequencies right here. So it can cause a little bit of a rift between the two frequencies, and there is a minor distraction when you're listening the highs and the lows at the same time. The soundcore Space One headphones has been amazing throughout my review period because looking at the side profile right here, it looks amazing with the pastel color, but jokes aside, it is really lightweight to wear throughout the day because it weighs 262 grams based on what I measure on my Muji kitchen scale. And if soundcore can make it into the sub 250 grams category in the future iteration, that will add more into the comfort, aside from the two-way swivel mechanism that conforms to my head shape better because I'm more sharply, to the front right here, a little bit triangle shape, I would say. Comfort is amazing, and versus the bigger premium headphones of Sony, Bosch and Jabra, for example, they weigh much more heavier than this. Lighter is good, plus point right there. Next is battery life. It's kind of standard, but more importantly is the sound signature right here. When it comes to my personal testing in the audio part, I would say the sound performance is, the tuning is more towards the low bass frequency up to slightly towards the upper mids, almost to the upper mids right here. So these headphones, one thing I like is the bass is well controlled, no wacky distortions, and the vocal is very distinct and clear. But again, if you invest your time and resources into the Space One right here, definitely the Soundcore app is important to download. That's where you can do all your manual settings in the app to change all the necessary settings, but more importantly, you can enable few things. For example, your Hear ID custom EQ, where you run the test, you customize the EQ based on your sound that you are listening, your eardrums. Or aside from that, a library full of EQ settings to choose from the Soundcore library itself. But for me personally, the Soundcore signature is amazing. You can also customize your EQ, so play around if you like to fiddle around. Now, aside from that, what surprised me the most is Soundcore told me the price of these headphones right here. And I am like, are you sure? Like literally, these headphones right here is priced at 99 USD. So if you compare the likes with premium headphones of Sony, Bosch and Jabra, or Sennheiser for the matter, this is twice or 2.5 times much more affordable than those options right here. So I won't list down the price of the other competitors because algorithm and reasons. So I'll stay neutral, do your little bit of homework, then you will notice that this is actually a little bit more value. Now, I compare the ANC with the Sony and the Sennheiser, which I have. I also compare with Jason, my best friend's Bosch as well. I would say the ANC is near, and it is close to those premium brand, but you're not paying the premium price, but it feels like the premium brand. Like for example, Sony, you can adjust how much strength in your ANC. You can do that in the Soundcore app itself, or in the Soundcore app you can actually enable adaptive noise cancelling, so it can hear your environment and decide the proper noise cancelling settings or strength to be employed to the headphones, so you can actually use it throughout the day without fiddling whether you want to have 5, 1, 2 type of ANC strength settings. So wow, yeah. Again, once more, for the price, for the feature, for the battery life, for the sound, 99 USD is a steal. So links to purchase can be definitely found in the video description, and you guys can find your a homework with other premium headphones. You can actually do your comparison right here, but do consider this if you're looking for a new headphones from, let's say, coming from earbuds or wired IEMs. one to consider right here. So thanks again for watching this video. I hope it's informative enough of all the information I have tried to provide you to my best ability. If you have any questions about the Space One right here, let me know in the comments. I will try to help answer all the questions and the comments. And remember to like and subscribe to this video. The more subscribers we have, the more brands we can access to and also review those fine fancy products. So yeah, thanks again for your Patreon, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks and sayonara.